Chris Ray got the juice, nigga. Chris Ray got the juice, nigga. Juice, nigga.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite. We are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Visha.
What up? What's going on, everybody? We got our Royal Twin Flames in the house. We got Kelrick in the house. We got Mex in the house. And we got Twin Flames Unite. They commented. Twin Flames Unite commented in the comments. Oh, snap.
Live and direct.
Yes. So what's going on, everybody? Hopefully your day has been going well. If you have seen the sun today, just out of our own curiosity, we're just trying to see something. If you've seen the sun today, or if you haven't seen it in quite some time, drop a comment, let us know, because we're trying to see something, and hopefully by the end of this conversation, we can come to some type of conclusion of what's going on. But we are coming to you live in effect on YouTube and Facebook right now. So for those of you all who are watching us on Facebook, we thank you so much for liking the page. And those of you who are watching us on our Facebook group, we thank you all so much as well for joining in with us. This evening we have a little bit of a treat for you. And I say a little bit because it's going to require a little bit of intellect. So we're going to need you to follow along with us, because we want to give you some information to really help you elevate. Okay? So this evening we are going to be touching on the 12 universal laws that are governed all throughout the universe.
Whether people are aware of it or not, whether people believe in it or not, these universal laws, they govern this existence. So it doesn't require for somebody to say, oh, believe in it. It's kind of like when the sun goes up and comes down, something like that.
Yeah. And
it's really good to know these 12 laws. Get acquainted with them so that you can exist in harmony.
Yep. Now, during this video, this will be your opportunity to take screenshots. Hopefully the text is going to be big enough for you to see it. But definitely just knowing the 12 universal laws is definitely something that you want to pay attention to. Because if you've ever heard of the law of attraction, we're going to help provide you with some missing links to figure out why just sitting there and wishing that a car show up in your driveway just ain't working.
Yeah. Or why just staring at your vision board for the past 2 years, really nothing has really moved, or at least not with the speed in which you were hoping that it would move.
Right. And you know, there's quite a few people out there who have set up their New Year's resolutions. And if you have set up your New Year's resolutions and you want to have these things come into reality as much as possible, these laws are really going to help out. Okay.
Yeah, so pay attention, because these laws are pretty important.
Right. Okay. So with that being said, we're definitely going to keep this short with this particular build. Hopefully we can get this done in less than 30 minutes. And just a quick heads up, if you're watching this live, you are definitely in for a treat, whether you are a Royal Twin Flame or not. Because after this video goes live, only about probably half of this information is going to be available for our Royal Twin Flames to go back and review. So definitely we're trying to hold on as much as possible to get as many people in so that you can watch it, because once again, if you're watching this live, you are in for a treat. You're going to have access to the full video. But once the video is said and done, the full thing is only going to be available for the Royal Twin Flames.
Yeah.
Because we want to get this information out to individuals who are serious about manifesting the world that they want to live in. Just saying.
People who are not just wanting to comply and just go along with the program, this might not be for you. But if you are willing to start creating your own reality and be responsible for the world that you live in, then this might be something that you want to pay attention to.
Okay. And for our Royal Twin Flames and for our moderators, just in case if we miss any questions that come through, if you all would like to go through and answer any of the questions as we go through for those individuals, feel free to jump into those. But for right now, we're about to get into these laws.
Yes, and welcome. If you're new to this page, this channel, this page, welcome. And we just ask that you subscribe. Don't forget, guys, just hit that like button, smash it in, smash that like button if you think that this information is helpful for you. But for anyone that's new, we welcome you, give you lots of love. And for all of our day ones, lots of love also. All of our Royal Twin Flames, lots of love to you also. And without further ado, we just going to jump right in to some information that's going to take us to our higher and greater self.
All right. So we're going to be jumping into the 12 universal laws. Okay? If you are not familiar with these 12 universal laws, then definitely make sure you have a pen and pad. Or if you don't have a pen and pad, this is an opportunity for you to take screenshots. Okay? All right. So for the first one that we're going to go into is the law of divine oneness. Now, this is one that we all need to be very aware of. Okay? Very aware of, which is that we are all one. Okay? And I'm just going to read the slide a little bit here. This law states that we are all connected through creation. Okay? Because when you think about sacred geometry and how things are just created one out of another, if you know about the golden ratio, you can see how things are just created out of each other. Every single atom inside of you is connected in some shape, form, or fashion to the rest of the universe you move through.
Exactly. And just so you can have a visual, a mundane visual of what we mean when we say, you know, the law of oneness, or we are all one, think of a drop of water. And so you take a drop of water from the ocean, you separate that drop of water, you put it in a glass, right? It's a part of the ocean. It's right now, because it's a drop, it's separated from the ocean, but it can easily be back with the ocean. You just put that drop of water back into the ocean, and now it's back to the ocean. So it's the same. You know, that's how we are. It's like a drop of water out of the ocean or in the ocean. But the drop of water from the ocean is still a part of the ocean.
There you go. Now, one of the things, if you're really paying attention in on this, you're going to notice as we go along with some of these laws, they overlap. Okay? They're going to overlap, and they overlap for a reason. But wanted to go back into remember that we are all one. If we all came from everything, and we're all the same, we're just different points of attention,
Right.
then that means that I am you, you are me, we are us, we are the Chinese people, we are the Russian people, we are the Australian people, we are Americans, we are all human beings, we are all each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now just imagine if you really grasp that concept that we are all one, that I am you, you are me. Like, if you really think about it, like, you are the one giving this presentation.
Mm.
Okay? But with that in mind, would you want to hurt yourself? Would you want to see yourself on the side of the road, helpless? Would you want to deny yourself service just because you're not wearing a mask?
Oh boy, did you go there?
I'm just saying. Keep that in mind, because these are some beautiful laws. One of the things, these laws, they never change. They have been the same since the beginning of existence,
whether people realize it or not. And this is just a really good way to get acquainted, so that you can find out why things are not, if you want to say, going in your favor. You know, people see good things happen to bad people, and vice versa all the time, and sometimes it's confusing, and it has everything to do with these laws.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a pretty deep topic. We're about to dive a little deep today, because this is, you know, people will want to call it a new year, and they're making these New Year resolutions, and then the end of the year comes and nothing comes to fruition. And this is why, because they're not aware of the 12 laws and how to be in harmony with these laws. But once you get in the flow, that's what they call it. They call it getting in the flow, but they never really tell you how to get in the flow. They just tell you to get in the flow.
Right.
But you don't know what that means. But this is what that means. Getting in the flow is really, you know, dancing with the universe and getting in tune with it, so that you get into harmony.
Right, right, right. And so that's going to take us into the second law, which is the law of vibration.
Love this law.
Okay? In a nutshell, once again, this is a screenshot opportunity. Just if you didn't know these 12 laws, here's your second opportunity for a screenshot. You want to read this one back?
Yeah, law number 2, the law of vibration, right? Keep this in mind, right? Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand this world and this universe, you got to think in terms of energy, frequency, what is that?
And vibration.
And vibration, right? So vibration is a big law. So everything in the universe has a frequency and a vibration, okay? Everything, even a rock that doesn't appear to be moving. Nothing ever stands still. Nothing, nothing. As everything is always either being pushed away or pulled towards something. Okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
And when we talk about getting in the flow, it's important for us to understand that everything has a vibration. Okay? Frequency and vibration, everything. And so knowing this, awakening to this this aspect, or awakening to this truth, allows you to move differently.
Yeah.
It allows you to move differently with individuals, circumstances, and situations.
Yeah. Because just like this crystal, I just had to bring in a demonstration for you so that you can understand. Even this crystal.
Oh, plenty of vibrations.
Okay? I mean, it is vibrating off the chain. As solid as it may seem. And please forgive me, I don't remember which crystal this is. But as solid as it may seem, if you were to like magnify this down to its molecular structure, or am I saying that right? Yeah. If you magnify it all the way down and you start looking into the atoms, you would see that the atoms in here are moving.
Yeah.
And in fact, in between those atoms are a whole bunch of space. So when you start looking into the quantum mechanics of things, and you start seeing that it's all energy, and it's just a matter of how we're perceiving it and how we decode it, how our eyes decode the matrix. It's how we decode whether or not this is solid or not. But if we can actually get to the point of understanding that everything vibrates, if you can figure out how to vibrate at a certain level, you can walk through walls.
Right. And and for, you know, because everybody might not be ready to walk through a wall. But
no, not everybody. No, that's a whole nother level.
Right. But just to keep it real simple, understanding that everything has a frequency and vibration, and when it comes to using it in your everyday life, is just knowing that when you're manifesting, you will always get what you are.
Yes.
You're always going to attract, because again, it's a push and pull energy, the vibration and the frequency. So whatever you're tuned into, literally, whether it be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, whatever you're tuned into, this is what you're going to receive. And so you're not going to be tuned into Hot 97 and expect that you're going to be listening to Kiss FM. It doesn't work that way. It's a frequency. Radio stations are frequencies, okay? So this is how you utilize, that second law of vibration, is just knowing and understanding that you're going to get what you're tuned into. So if you don't like what you're receiving, you literally have to just change your dial, which is change the way that you're thinking, because what you're thinking is going to affect what you're feeling, and also what you're feeling is going to, dictate how you experience your reality. So this is how you break it down in the mundane terms.
And to answer your question real quickly, Charlotte, because I'm probably going to spell this incorrectly, but that is a Lumerian crystal that my baby has around her neck.
Oh, this is some powerful technology right here, man. It started glowing today. I'm like, wait a minute, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's not dark. Why is it glowing? This is a serious piece of, like I said, technology, and we will put we got this from Arizona, in Sedona.
Yeah, Sedona, Arizona, from John Ferris.
Yeah, and we'll put his can we put his thing in here?
Not in here.
Oh, we
right
probably
now.
can't put it in here.
Not right now.
But follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, because we took a picture in that crystal, so we definitely got it in there. But yeah, so let's kick it back into it. Let's get back into it.
Get into it.
So we're talking about, we just left off for the law of vibration. Just remember, everything vibrates, from the chair that you sit in to the rock that you throw in the lake.
Yeah.
Everything vibrates.
Everything.
But next, moving forward, is the law of correspondence. Now, this is a big one. You probably have heard of this one before.
Yeah.
Once again, screenshot opportunity. The law of correspondence. If you look at the picture on the right, it's pretty much self-explanatory. As above, so below. As within, so without. So your inner reality, your inter-reality produces your outer reality. I'm going to say that once again. Your inner reality produces your outer reality.
Facts.
Okay?
Okay, facts, and I'll copy that. Fax machine, all the way.
Now, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm gonna give the regular term. You can go ahead and go into the
I'm just going
scientific terminology.
I'm just going to read the rest just in case you all cannot see it. It says that the premise behind the law of correspondence is that our lives are created by the subconscious patterns that we repeat every single day. And these patterns either serve us or hold us back.
Boom.
Once again, these patterns, which are the patterns for the subconscious,
Right.
either serve us or hold us back.
Yep.
To activate this law, by being aware of your own patterns, which is often passed down via family ties, and then consciously acting steps to break them. Okay?
So this right here, just that piece alone by itself, if you really get to understand the law of correspondence, this can break your problems in half. Like literally, this can break your problems in half, because we operate off of patterns. Humans operate off of patterns. Like, when you're a baby, you learn how to walk. Boom, that goes into the subconscious mind. You don't have to think about how you walk anymore. Your subconscious mind takes care of that for you.
Right.
You learn how to feed yourself, with the spoon. After a while, the subconscious takes in that information, and automatically you're doing it every day without even thinking about it. When you're doing something and you're really not, paying attention to it, your subconscious has taken on that responsibility for you. Your conscious mind really 5%.
Yeah.
5% of what you're really doing is in the conscious mind. Everything else is in the subconscious, right? And a lot of things get stored and locked away in the subconscious, and we just do it without even knowing that we're doing it.
Right.
The trick is when understanding the law of correspondence. The trick is to be able to become the watcher of self. Okay? When you start becoming the watcher of self, then you begin to detect patterns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have an option. This is where you give yourself power.
Mm-hmm.
When you start becoming a watcher of self, you can see what patterns are serving you, or what patterns that you're doing on a day-to-day basis, right, are propelling you forward. And you can also get to see the patterns that are actually pulling or holding you back.
Right.
But you have to put yourself in a position of being the watcher of self.
Right.
And that takes on a whole nother responsibility of not attaching to labels, not attaching to, thinking that the situation that you were in is actually you, and having a way to know that this is just an experience. So it takes a little bit of discipline.
Yeah.
But once you can become the watcher of self, then you learn how to use that law of correspondence in detecting, what patterns I'm doing, what is serving me and what is not, and what do I need to keep or better, or what do I need to get rid of. Because this is when you're understanding that, whatever is going on internally, I'm going to see it reflected in my outer reality.
There you go. There you go. And this next law that we're about to go in really overlaps. It really overlaps.
Yeah.
Okay? So pay close attention. So hopefully you remember what we just said about the law of correspondence, and also if you can remember what we said about the law of vibration. Okay? And excuse me. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. This law that we're about to get into, which is the law of attraction, this is the law of vibration in action. Okay? So this is one that a lot of people stumble over, and we're going to take a few minutes and actually go into this. Once again, it's another screenshot opportunity for you.
Yep.
You want to read this one, babe, and I'll go into it?
Yeah, so this is the law of attraction. This is the one that you see in The Secret. Everybody keeps talking about the law of attraction. They have all these lessons and courses out now that you pay a lot of money for to teach you about the law of attraction. And you wonder why you pay all this money for these laws of attraction courses and classes, but somehow it doesn't work. That's because it's just one law, and you're missing 11 more. And then also the 7 Hermetic principles. But the law of attraction, right? This is the law of vibration in action. Many people get scared by the notion that bad thoughts or low vibrations can somehow destroy their life because they're unaware, right? So just because you're not aware of something doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Just because a baby, might not pay attention and see that the cliff is not there doesn't mean that gravity is not going to still do its job. So ignorance is no excuse to any law, right? Not that it's good or bad. Now, the law is not a punishment. Keep that in mind, but a very clear mirror of our self-worth and mindset. You're surrounded by the outcome of decisions you've made in the past and are fully capable of making other decisions and attracting a different set of circumstances.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So just keeping that in mind is just knowing that the decisions that you make, this is your action. This is kind of, because karma means action, by the way.
Yeah.
So this is your actions. This is what you do, the habits that you have, the repeating patterns that you have. And so the law of attraction will be the outcome of your patterns, whether, it's good or whether it's bad. The universe is not there to detect whether something is good or bad. It's just going to respond to your actions. And your actions are literally your vibrations and your frequencies. So it's going to respond to it.
Yeah. And I'm going to give a simple kind of illustration here. At one point in time, this clip of different it's got like different pens and paper clips and some other things in here, right? At one point in time, this was like all jumbled up. You had paper clips in with the pens and the other little clip things in here. Like it all just went out of whack, right? But what happens is that with the law of attraction is that you attract what you are. And so because, maybe from my OCD, but just follow along with me.
Big OCD.
But because of the law of attraction, these things all ended up in the same compartment that they're alike. So let's not go there. Like attracts like. So a rose is not going to attract a cactus. A robber is not going to attract a police officer. Okay? And a narcissist, well, we know how that goes sometimes.
Yeah.
But you also have to be a little bit honest with yourself to see where are you vibrating that may attract such an individual. But for the law of attraction, the main thing about it is that you attract what you are. Now, to a certain degree, you can trick yourself. You can do the affirmations. You can do the hypnosis and things of that nature, which hypnosis is a really good way of getting into that flow and really getting yourself into a position to become a vibrational match so that you can attract the things that you want into your life. But there is one other law that is left out quite a few times, and I'm actually going to skip around on this one. Let me see, where is that? Actually, it is next. It's the law of action.
Very good.
Okay, which we're going to get into in just a moment. I didn't want to get ahead of myself, but once you are a vibrational match, then you have to put action. You have to do certain actions that are in alignment with what you're trying to attract.
Right.
Okay, but we're going to get into that in just a moment. And actually, let's go ahead. Let's just jump into it right now. Let's go ahead and get into it so that you all can understand what is going on. Okay. And did you read the last one or I did?
It don't matter. I'll go ahead. So law of inspired action. You wanna, because we like terminology. So inspired comes from in spirit, inspired, in spirit. So law of inspired action. All right. While the law of attraction is about vibrationally aligning yourself with whatever it is you want, the law of inspired attraction is about taking. You guessed it. Action in order to bring what you want to fruition. So you can certainly create vision boards, but taking physical steps to move you closer to your vision is much, much more crucial.
Yes.
So, putting the stuff on the vision board, that's one part, but definitely setting stuff in motion, that's the other part. So it does require a bit of inspired action.
Right. Yeah, so that's one of the main missing links that's left out from the law of attraction, with the addition of these other 11 laws that we're talking about this evening. And so this is definitely something that you want to really take into consideration. You want to make sure that you are applying all of these laws to your life so that you are in harmonious balance with the universe so that you can really attract those things that you want to experience in your life. Okay? So yeah. And for any of those, because this is probably the point where it's going to cut off as far as the as far as for the